I love it. Hey guys, Courtney Epps here, and I'm so excited to have my friend Loren Lahav here. I'm going to have her just share her story and background and why she is involved in the network marketing industry.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Courtney, for having me on. I was just saying, I'm like, where am I going to put my hands? And I'm going to use a little bit of the Jan Hargrave, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, right? With
I love
regards to it was awesome yesterday. So thank you. First of all, I want to thank you for putting this together. Gosh, why network marketing? I will tell you this. I said no for 17 years
Wow.
because I had what they would call, you might know someone like me, the I'm too cool syndrome. Someone shared a product with me back in 1989. I loved the product. And I asked somebody, I said, well, where do I send somebody if they want to go buy these products? And they said, oh, send them to me. And then I found out that I could have been doing a business. So about 13 years ago, I was teaching. I'm very, very grateful to have been in the world of personal development for 30 years, working with Tony Robbins, had the awesome honor of teaching a program called Life Mastery, launching the program in Fiji, teaching that program, like I said, for these past 18 years, about 36 week-long programs a year. Well, I was in Orange County teaching a program, and like I said, I love what I did, but I was still trading my time for dollars. If I didn't teach an event, I didn't make any money, right? Like I felt like I couldn't write anything off. You know, I brought my nanny, one nanny that was coming with me to one event, and then another nanny that was back in Las Vegas with my other kids. And a dear friend of mine came, you know, I met him later, and he said, you know, Loren, at least come check this out. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I don't know if you know someone like me too, that I was like, I'm too freaking smart to be so freaking stupid. I was 41. And I'm like, there's got to be a better way. You know, there's got to be a better way where I can continue to do what I love, which was teaching events, because I love doing them. And, you know, that's how I met you. We were at a program together. I was actually a participant going through about making my, you know, taking my business to the next level. But I wanted to do it because I wanted to do it, not because I had to do it. And network marketing really became that vehicle for me. I was like, this just makes sense for me. And I'm smiling because I'm in the room that you and I were in when you came over to my house. And you're like, we could write that off, and we could write that off, and we could write that off, and tell me about the pool. And I was like, God, this is awesome. So, you know, I've had the honor being in network marketing for 13 years with an unbelievable company that I'm truly proud to be a part of, because it aligns with my values. And yes, I've been able to say yes to so much more. You know, I just yesterday, I was able to take my 13-year-old daughter to get a presidential suite at a hotel, but be able, like you, I know reason why we're friends, I would say mostly is because our values align, especially that with regards to contribution and being able to give more and say yes to more. And, you know, and yeah, and so that's why I love it.
Yes. And, you know, Loren and me connected, and she walked up to me and she's like, I need your help. And she immediately emailed me her tax returns. And it was just like, okay, this is great. And, you know, we had seen each other at a couple other events at Business Mastery with Tony Robbins, I think, where we connected the first time. And, you know, it's crazy that, you know, the network marketing industry, I would tell you that probably my very best friends are in that industry. And, you know, I'm not in it today. And the reason why I'm not, and I'll just share with you that, is because I feel like I'm supposed to help people that are in the industry. I'm supposed to help people that do not see the network marketing industry as a viable opportunity, to help them come into the industry and see what it's all truly about, help them stay in long enough to win, and then help them keep more of their hard-earned money when they make it. And that's what I was put on this earth to do. And, you know, the sad part about it is that most people don't understand that before this pandemic hit, 46% of Americans didn't have an extra $400 to their name. And so the system was broken before the pandemic hit. All it did was open up a world of opportunity for people to understand, well, I've got to find a plan B. There's got to be something else. Exactly what Loren just said. There's got to be something else than trading time for dollars. And please understand, like, we're not knocking anyone who's a W-2 employee. What you have to understand is there are two tax systems in our country, and those tax systems, one was created to steal wealth away and one was created to provide wealth. And the system that was created to steal the wealth away, that's literally a W-2 system. And the reason why is because business owners, people like me and Lauren, she's got a couple other companies as well. And I want her to share that and her mission and what she does. But, we as business owners, we go out and we provide economy every day. Like although, some people may not love sales, I love sales because at the end of the day, I have to help people in order to make more money. And that's what the network marketing industry does. So you are literally going out and sharing with people what you're doing, and you're providing income, you're generating economy. And then, the hopes is that you would later on one day hire employees, and then the employees pay the taxes. So when you understand that, regardless if you're a W-2 employee or not, having a home-based business can truly change and transform your life. I mean, and what I've seen is it literally saves $400 to $700 a month by just being involved on things you're already spending money on. So, Lauren, share with us, because I know you've got another business as well, and you've got some amazing cards. Those I am cards that I think got me through some of my really darkest days. I want you to just share those with everyone and what else that you are doing in the world.
Well, I think, I really want to acknowledge Courtney, because I think you help people if they're looking for, I think people are they're looking for another way. They're looking for something they could do. They talk all the time about people, we talk about the gig economy, right? Well, look how the gig economy was even affected with some of the things that people were gig economy during what's happened in the world. And what's beautiful about network marketing, what I love the most about it is it's like your win is my win. Like if you were, part of this whole network marketing as part of the team, your win is my win. Not like it's real collaboration.
Yes.
And that we have to remember that it's all about community, right? Like, I mean, look why, like what really attracted so many of us, I would say, even to, personal development. We love the community. We've got, like I said, those like-minded values. So, I think a lot of people have to look at it more than just a business, even a tax-wise. It's a community to plug into. When times are good, you celebrate together. And when times are bad, you can lean on each other and figure out what we can do. We just got off Eric's, I'm part of the Next Level Mastermind group with Eric. And, everybody was just talking about how their businesses are booming because people don't know what's to come. And we all know, right? The average millionaire has 7 multiple streams of income.
Yes.
It's just a smart thing to do, whether it's, having, finding a product that you love and recommending it to a couple of people. It's just smart. I mean, there's nothing like that. That's all I would just say with regards to it. So I'm always looking for more ways to give back, just like you do with regards to, being able to donate your meals. Same thing with me, a big passion for mine. This last month was all about supporting people who've gone through domestic violence. So all the proceeds from my I am cards, because we know what we attach the words I am to is who we become. So I'm 30 years ago, it's always been my thing. I'm loving, I'm honest, I'm compassionate, I'm kick-ass, I'm full of faith, I'm God's girl, I'm Tomb Raider tight, I'm a sexy salsa dancer, I'm hilarious, right? And I think that whatever we're doing right now, we need to strengthen our belief in who we are and what we stand for. I know big things that you've helped me with and a couple other people is just my understanding of what I can write off and why this is good for business. And, you help me you've helped my kids with their businesses as well, and helping them make it fun. You've given us great resources to make it simple, like
Yes.
all these fun things that don't make it feel like it's so stressful, if you would.
Right.
So for me, the I am cards, like that's me, that's my rocket fuel. I've got them right here, I've got, I'm consistent. You help me remain consistent with just making sure, that I have a bookkeeper. I mean, business. I think people have to remember that they're in business, right? I mean, a dear friend of mine, her name's Chris, she's part of our company. And she said, you're not raising an orphanage, you're building a business, and you can't be afraid of, I think all of us have asked everybody that's listening right now, how many of you want to be able to say yes to more? How many of you want to be able to, got back from a great vacation with your family to Utah, right? I mean, you've worked hard, but you play hard too. And you get to be that inspiration for people of truly what's possible. So, I mean, just in the comments, I'd love to know how many of you want to be able to say yes to more, you want to be able to donate more. Last month, my big goal was I'm going to say yes to every GoFundMe that pops up on my Facebook page.
Wow.
Right. I'm like, yes, 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 yes. Right. And I remember your girls at the office are like, man, Lauren. I'm like, oh, it felt good, man. It felt so good. During when everybody's looking, everybody else is thinking about scarcity. I remember during the session, I dear friends with Mark Victor Hansen, and he said, Lauren, before anything, tithe first, give back first. Yes. Right? If there's anything I would say to you guys, make sure you give back first. Before you take a dime, make sure you're doing something that fills your heart about giving back to, if there's an organization, if, just random act of kindness. I just took my daughter-in-law just to lunch right now. And, I love what a lot of people in network marketing do. They double, they give whatever the bill, I think it was $44, and I left a $44 tip, right? Or yesterday with my girls, they, when we took them to the pool, and you do that, and you really that abundance mindset. And I think by being in this industry and being around such amazing people, like I said, like in the mastermind groups, I know like with you with Platinum Partner, it's being around those people that have that abundance mindset.
Yes.
So I don't know, that's a long, I'm trying to like tell you how much you've helped me, and how much that it's, no, I'm serious. It's important, right? I love to brag about people that are actually doing the work. And, but I remember also like having my on my knees moments, and lots of them, and when I went through my divorce and I was still in the business, I was in business. I'm like, when is this going to happen? All these people are doing so well. Why am I not doing it? And it's really about being, you got to get in line and stay in line, as Keith Cunningham says. And then the other thing is you need to be patiently persistent. You listen to Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn says, there's a planting season, and then there's a sowing season and reaping season, and they don't come at the same time. So just like anything, we need to be patient, but we need to be consistent, right?
Yes. So. I love it. Yeah. And I mean, Lauren, you're so right. It's being a platinum partner for me last year, it was crazy, because when I was in network marketing, I kind of had that world. I had people who had more than I did, and I had someone kind of to look up to. And I think that's one of the things, like it took me $85,000 a year to get there, and it could have easily have been done in the network marketing space, because that is where you're going to find the abundance mindset. Now, if you are listening to this and you have been involved in network marketing and you didn't make any money, like that happens. And, I want people to understand that there's so much more than just making money in the network marketing industry, but it is work. Like you have to actually put in the work. It was not something that I said, you know what, I'm just going to, go out and just share this with a handful of people and I'm going to make a killing. But what I want you to understand is that I have a really good view of what's happening in the network marketing industry and in all industry, because I have those people as clients. So I have doctors and lawyers and, dentists and chiropractors. And, we have literally, we have family counselors, we have network marketers, we have speakers, we have coaches. So all of those, I have a good firsthand knowledge to be able to see what's happening in the world of business. And honestly, network marketing is the space that you would want to be in right now, or accountants. At the end of the day, if you want to go be an accountant, that might be a good place to be, but it is not fun. It is not a fun place to be. The only reason that I continue to do what I do is the impact, because, you learn that once you become an expert in something, that you should share that with the world and help other people. And what I've developed is a skill to help people take everyday things that they're spending money on, like their house, like their cars, their children, for instance, and I teach them how to redirect those living expenses or day-to-day expenses and turn those into business expenses. And it would not be in anyone's best interest for me to stop sharing that with the world. So other than, I guess, maybe the IRS, but we're not going to worry about them. But, what I love about this entire industry, Lauren, just on the outside looking in, is that it doesn't matter what color, it doesn't matter what race, it doesn't matter what background that you have. It doesn't matter if you were, went to Harvard. It doesn't matter if you did not graduate high school. Like, it doesn't matter. You could be successful here. And I'm sure you have some amazing success stories of people in your downline who started with nothing, which I did, and, skyrocketed. And I mean, we have clients that make $2 million a month in the network marketing industry, which is crazy, absurd, but, and they have no employees. That's the cool part. Like, no employees. It cost a couple $100 to get started. It wasn't like they had to build this massive infrastructure or put in a 6,000 square foot facility and train people. It was a turnkey process.
Right. Well, I mean, there's a couple things that I would share about that. One is, just ask yourself, how many of you heard me just in the beginning, I must have talked about 5 different things that I love, people that I love and people that I naturally love to talk about. Right. So, how many of you, we always use this example of how many, when you go to a great restaurant, you had a great meal, you want to tell everybody about it. Right. So I just shared with you about Tony Robbins. I shared with you about Courtney. I shared with you about my kids. I shared with you about, Jim Rohn. I shared with you about all these different people. So we love to talk about people when we have a great experience in regards to it. So it's in our nature that when we, I like to be, like a girl in my inner circle was describing me as the wind underneath everybody's cape. Right. I'm like, fly, fly, fly. So I love to see people do well. And I'm sure you're like, sure if you're listening right now, you're hopefully like me, if you're tuning in, you see people do well. Right. Like I was saying, like your win is my, when you were featured on the, on the comeback challenge. That was just as exciting for me as it was for you. You know what I mean? And I think that's the most beautiful part, I believe, about network marketing. I also, I don't know who said this because I really try to edify things as much as I can. But someone said, if you're not talking to people, your business is closed. And that's with anything. If you're look what's happening now. Restaurants are having to put big signs out there that go, "We're open," right? And I love, and something else that I heard recently is like, you can't let your identity be affected by circumstances, right? So that's why I just was virtually emceeing an event, and it was Jordan Belford. If you know who, oh, look at that. My charge just came through from Outside the Box Solutions right there. My charge for my bookkeeping. On my phone just lets me know. But sorry. But I love what Jordan said. He really talked about, and we hear this in personal development, we know this, but I'm just going to reiterate it because I think he did a great job at kind of simplifying things. Because your responsibility is to really master your inner world. And your inner world has to do with your state management, your certainty, your confidence, your courage, right? And then you have to look at your beliefs. What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about network marketing? What do you believe is possible? What do you believe about sharing a product? You got to look at your beliefs, right? What do you believe? So beliefs. And then he talks about your vision, your short-term vision, your long-term vision, and then your standards, right? Because we are our standards and habits. That's the truth. We're our standards and habits. Like my dog got me to raise my standards. I was saying to myself, I'm going to walk 5 times a week. And during this whole time, we got a new puppy. And guess what? He has gotten me to raise my standards because every day at 5:05 a.m., I'm up and on our 4-mile walk. But he's gotten me to raise my standards. So I would have you kind of do a self-evaluation on yourself and look at that inner world. The beautiful thing about network marketing is they've mastered the outer world. Yeah. They've taken all they understand business. They put systems together. You don't have to worry about anything other than plugging into the system. They've handled the marketing for you. You get to go there and you get to share it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Plug into the system. So you've got to be able, are you willing to plug into that system? And then that fourth thing that he talks about is being smart about your money, right? Like how to make money, how to keep money, That's what you're so awesome about. And that's that fourth part. You've got to find the resources to help you keep money. And the reason I came to you was I was frustrated. I thought I was going to somebody who was great, who was going to help me keep lots of money. I spent lots of money to try to find somebody, but they didn't understand the world of network marketing. And you did, right? And there were all these things that and then I wanted to make sure to share that with people. So that's why it just makes sense. So I would encourage you not to be like me, like how I was, and be kind of like too cool, think you're too cool. And I think you said it before, I think the average banker, $400, $500 could save the most bankruptcies out there. Yeah. Think what you could do. I think about all the people you asked me about, people whose lives were changed. Like, one girl as part of our team. She is in Poland, and she just got her check. She's a single mom, and she's been really working, but she like really just decided that this was it and that she was going to go for it now. And, now she's been wanting to save to buy a house. And so now she's able to, you know, or what it's been able to do. Like a friend of mine who, is in the medical profession. I can't tell you how many people they were like, oh my God, thank God for my check coming in from my business, because I didn't have any income coming in from all their medical practices when they were shut down during this last time. And then they had payroll that they had to keep. So thank goodness they were able to cover their basic needs from their checks that were coming in. You just never know. And that making sure you make things yourself.
I love it. Yeah. And I mean, and that's the thing. Oh, sorry. Loren, you cut out. All right. I lost her there for a second. She's going to come back. And so that's one thing I wanted to definitely make you guys aware of is so many people, they think that they have it all together, and you may, and something like this pandemic happens and you don't have it together anymore, and you don't know what to do, and you don't know how to do it, and you don't know how to get by. But that's what I see in the network marketing space, is that we can actually step in, and it's a way that you own something, you control exactly what you make in the network marketing industry. It's not, and then you can help others do the exact same thing. So at the end of the day, that's what I truly want to help people understand, is that, you may not see yourself right now as that person that could start a business. And Loren, I know I lost you, so I was just going on without you. I knew you'd show back up. But you may not be that person that feels like you're ready to start a business. I have people all the time. They, like Courtney, I know that I could save money by having, doing my taxes. You could save me money by having a home-based business, but I don't know how to get started. And that's where I see the network marketing space is a viable opportunity for people to get started on a part-time basis, to learn the skills that they need, and then truly go out and be massively successful. So I'll let you finish what you were saying, Loren.
I don't remember what I was saying, but I think that, we always talk about the person that's most resourceful always wins.
Yes.
And I love that you're putting all these resources together, and as we know, like our dear friend Eric Worre, I mean, what does he do? He gives you the basic steps, through GoPro, a great resource. Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, all these people, but you got to master your inner world, because no matter what company you go to, you got to look in and go, who am I and how do I really want to show up in the world? And for me, my dear friend Jeff Roberti, he said to me, he goes, Loren, money is just a reflection of how many people you want to help. And I'm like, well, then I want to make a ton of money, right? Because I want to help a lot of people. Yes. And I know that that's a value for you as well. So you've got to look at what is it that's driving you, to do what you do. I feel like I've just touched a tiny bit of my potential of, who I am. And I've let sometimes I let some beliefs in there that don't serve me. And so I would say for you right now, if you're listening, you're in the right place, right? Because you never know who you're going to help through this. It might be somebody, you don't know how it's going to affect their family. I remember there was a guy once, and this is a very true story. And he had a lawn business, and he had this really pretty website, and he had all these people working for him, and he was paying me a lot of money to coach him. So he was paying me all this money every month. He paid by credit card. And I said, look, if you're going to, and he came to Vegas for 2 days, and I'm like, look, I have to jump on some calls. So if you, I need you to like do your homework while I go and jump on these calls. So he's like, all right. So he heard me on these calls, and he goes, well, you know what? Maybe I should sign up for that. And I'm like, maybe you should. And in no way, it wasn't like anything other than he was in the other room and I was in the other room on these calls. And he goes, maybe I should sign up. I go, well, if you're going to, sign this person and sign your wife and find this, maybe you should get going, because is this what you need to do? And so he's like, oh, I'll sign up. So a month later, he calls me And he says, Loren, he goes, I owe you the biggest apology. And I go, why? What are you talking about? He goes, I've been living a lie. He goes, I've been living off credit card debt for the past 4 years.
Wow.
He goes, and I got a check in the mail. And he goes, I went to the bank and I started crying because it's the first cash that I've had in my hands in years. And let me tell you something, he's not the only person that's out there like that. And so I really look at this, I truly look at network marketing not as an opportunity. I really look at it as it's a responsibility. I mean, you know this, Courtney, and my kid was in New York City, during this whole thing. And, thank God, because of, his network marketing income, he was able to, still, he paid his rent. He wanted to do the right thing, but he was still able to come out here, was able to take his business with him and come here to Las Vegas and be here. And him and his fiance, they had to postpone their wedding, but thank God they had the community that was community more than that. I mean, it's so much more than just about making money or anything like that. The community and just the community within the whole network marketing world. Like, I think that, as we both know, I mean, you've spoken on Eric's stage. I've had the opportunity to speak on, Eric and Marina's stage, and just the community within in different companies of how we all support each other. So if you're looking just to plug just a great community, even if you like recommend it to a couple people and you never know who's gonna really want to do something, and you will change people's life. I mean, one of my best friends is the number one, income earner with our company in Australia. It feels pretty damn good, when your friends are doing well, right? And I mean, and you just see what they're able to do and how they're able to help. So anyway,
I love it.
And I love how all the things you've.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, just like everything, I'm like, Courtney, like it's real legit stuff. I brought you in to come speak at an event because I knew that it was going to help people. I didn't want to just keep it to myself. I was like, everybody needs to know all the different things, because I think we automatically go to, when a family like my friend, they just had a baby. And she didn't want to go back to her work. And so she's like, but I got to go look at a job. I'm like, have you looked at network marketing? I don't care if it's like with our company or whatever, whatever company that. And I was trying to explain, what you talked about, the $7,000 a year and like the whole thing. And I'm not as smart as you with regards to that, but I just handed her your book instead and told her to watch the YouTube that we did. But I think people think we're doing the right thing. It's kind of like eating. Right? Like people think that they're doing the right things, and then they find out that they haven't been doing the right thing.
Yes.
And it's your responsibility to at least open yourself up to the possibilities that are out there and who you could help or who you could serve. So.
I love it. And she's, what Loren is saying is, and it's really cool. It's great. The only reason I understand the network marketing industry is because I was in it. And I was in it because I was broken. I actually had an accounting firm, and the guy I sold that accounting firm to, I put it up for sale only because we had some cash flow issues. I was trying to grow really, really fast, and I ended up putting it up for sale. And 4 months later, the guy stopped paying me, and I was $250,000 in debt. And I did a 5-year non-compete. And so my parents actually got me involved in the network marketing space. And I saw it as a way to rebuild my accounting practice back again. And, and I did that. I actually, as I was growing my network marketing business, it was also growing my accounting practice. So, not everybody gets in for money. I got in because I saw it as an opportunity to meet the right people and to help other people, because I did a tax return for someone in that same company that I ended up saving $4,100 more than she'd ever gotten back before, because the year before she was a W-2 employee, and then she became a W-2 employee with a home-based business. And so that was literally my aha moment, that if I could help people save money in taxes and they could make extra money, that was like a no-brainer for me. So, I fell in love with the industry. I fell in love with the personal growth and development. That has skyrocketed our business. Our business has literally grown 30 times in the last 3 years since we put our focus and effort into helping the network marketing industry understand and helping other people understand it's a great opportunity. So, One of the things I want to touch on, just a couple different highlights on some strategy, on some tax strategy, is that everything that we've just talked about, from spending time with our family, from going to events, from, having a swimming pool to having a home office, all of these things are a tax deduction if you are a business owner and you are in the home-based business industry. So it doesn't necessarily, I'm not telling you that you have to join network marketing. What I'm saying is it's a really good, easy way to get started. It's not an easy way to make money in the beginning. I want you to understand that. That's not what I'm saying. It's a way to get started. And that system is so crucial because it's very hard to build a system. I mean, literally, I've worked for the last 9 months building out a system for my company so that I could help other people. I could help more people faster. And that's cost us a lot of money. And so with network marketing, it's a way for you to, you get involved in a company. The day you decide, hey, I'm in business, you buy your kit, you buy your products, whatever that is, or you buy your service, and now you're in business. So on top of that, every time you get on the phone and have a conversation with someone, or you text someone and tell them what you're doing, now that's a tax deduction. Your cell phone, your meals. If you sit down and have a conversation with someone about your product, that is, or your opportunity, that is a tax deduction. And then if I were to go on vacation, let's say I wanted to go see Lauren, and let's say me and Lauren are just friends. Well, I could fly to Lauren and just go see her, or I could pick up the phone, call someone who's close to Lauren and say, hey, Lauren, or hey, such and such, I'm going to be in the area. Love to get to see you. And so that could be a prospect or a customer, or, a potential, I want them to be my customer, and I could fly out to go see them and then go see Lauren and spend some time with Lauren. And then now that becomes 100% tax deductible. So there are so many ways, legally, morally, and ethically, that through the network marketing industry that you can actually get tax deductions. So, like me and Lauren, let's say we go to Hawaii together. Well, it is perfectly logical that I go to Hawaii to create and show people my experiences. And then while I'm in Hawaii, I can meet people there. I can meet clients there, prospects there. But you're not going to go to Hawaii for a lawn care business and have a conversation with someone there. So you can't write off Hawaii if you're in the lawn care business. But you could potentially write off Hawaii if you were in the network marketing business legitimately. And so things like, we talked about with Lauren is hair, nails, makeup, clothes. If you wear certain clothes on stage and you're a speaker, then you actually can write those things off. And so, these are not like, this is what I think you can do. These are straight tax code. It's all about attempting to earn an income. So if you're attempting to earn an income, meaning that you're trying to make money, whether you do or not, is irrelevant. It's the fact that you're attempting to do it, and your intent, which is what is your thought process. Are you intending to make money in doing what you're doing? So those are the two things that the IRS looks at. And then, are you treating your business like a business? And so, that's why I started this series, guys. I want people to understand, that network marketing is an amazing way. It's an amazing opportunity, if you see it that way. But it is definitely a way for you to free up money so that you can have more, so that you can then give more. And what I see is that I can find people between $4,000 and $8,000 a year in taxes on average when they start a home-based business.
Sorry, I was watching you on Facebook.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I just love, I think that just like anything, you got to be willing to do the work. And you said it as right. I mean, you've put a lot, I've seen you grow. We all have growing pains, right? Yeah. We all have growing pains, but we have to be willing. It has to be like, you can do it part-time. We say you can do part-time, you can do it full-time, but not if I have time.
Yes.
Right. So I think that that's what it's kind of like working out, right? Like you gotta look and really think about what this could mean long-term for you.
Yes.
Right. Because so stuck in that urgency of things. We talk about the urgency versus important. And, really think about what this could do. I saw a vision. I saw people that were successful, and I'm a very creative person. I'm like, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. And I'm like, you know what, just plug into the system, Lauren. And another thing that's so beautiful about network marketing, no matter what network marketing business that you're in, or whatever kind of business that you're in, concepts are constant, techniques vary, right? So the concept is talk to people. The concept is share your business, whether you're, there's a dear friend of ours that's on right now, and she shares business relationship stuff, right? Like, so no matter what it is, you still got to talk to people, and you got to share you got to be you got to share you, because the truth is people buy you, right? But you got to find something, once again, that resonates with your values, your beliefs. And I wanted something that was gonna, my business, thank God, I mean, knock on wood, but I mean, it's been consistent, and it continues to go up, but it's consistent. It's not like up 1 month and down 1 month and up and down, but with regards to that. So you got to look first, you got to, we always say, don't look up line, don't look down line, and look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, what do I really want? What do I really want to create for my family, my future? And like I said, my son's in the business, his fiance's in the business, and we have fun. And some of my dearest friends, once again, they're not even in the same companies that I'm in, but we all collaborate together. We're sharing our ideas with each other. I mean, where do you find that? Where do you find that people collaborate together to help you get better with your company and another company? I mean, and you have done that as well. And, and then when I have a question, your team's been awesome to help me get the answers, if that's okay, if that's not okay. I know I've been a little bit of a pain in the butt at the beginning, but that's okay. But I'm learning, and I'm getting momentum there. Right. But I think that it's worth it, is all that I'll tell you,
Yes.
So.
And that's what I love. So, I mean, that was what this is all about. And we just want to share the real people of network marketing, and share, what they're really trying to do in the world. Because I think so many times people are like, well, they're just out to make money. Nope. Because I think sometimes, there's a saying, and I probably will not do it justice, is that if you want to go fast, you can go by yourself, right? But if you want to go far, then you take a team, and you take an army. And so it literally is building up an entire team of people. And that's what that network marketing system does, is you have to help people be successful in order to make a paycheck. And that's what I love about it. But you may not even be in it for that. You may just want to be in the community aspect. You may want to get the tax advantages, but you have to attempt to earn income of some sort, whether that's just sharing the product or sharing the opportunity. The one thing I would tell you is that if you're not sharing this, or if you're against network marketing, I want you to understand that's a wrong way to be. Because, as we continue on, and what's happened in the world in the last 6 months, and, if you push someone away from this industry, I've had people call me, and it's funny, I do tax strategy sessions. I used to do them every day, all day long. And now I have a staff that does them. And so this husband called me, and he's like, my wife is losing money. And I'm like, no, your wife is actually making money. She's just showing a loss on paper. I said, but let me explain it to you. Your wife is making money, and all of the things that you guys were spending before your wife started actually creating that income from network marketing, none of those were tax deductible, and they didn't hit your tax return. So she's actually showing she's making money, plus she actually has a loss on paper, which is offsetting your income. So she's actually keeping more of your money.
I love that one. About that one, because I love to give gifts. It's just I love to give gifts. And so I do the Tiffany box giveaway, right? So I'm like, how many Tiffany boxes can I give out? And it's like for, promotions or good things. And I'm like, that makes me happy. Whereas before, even though I had another business, I couldn't really do that for that particular business. I also, just with regards to what's happening in the world, somebody wanted to do a live event. I was able to put that event on because it was a promotion, and we ended up, a bunch of people ended up, getting promotions and bringing people to the event, and I could write it off, like you said. And am I right still about this? That you can 50% of the meal, but 100% off of the tip. So
right. And you can do 100% if, like, you have an event and you invite people over to your house. or it's like an event for a prospecting event or an event for like a training, that's 100% tax deductible.
Well, then I wrote up the whole thing, but I left I love that I was able to leave the tip for the staff. I left the whole full amount because I wanted
Awesome.
you
I
never
love
know can help you guys. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's just a total no-brainer. We all love recommending people that we like. We all love recommending products that we like. Find a company that aligns with your values. Find great, mentors. Find a great peer group that's going to support you. And you know what? Get to work. We all have our challenges. I mean, I went through this, like I said, when I was going through my divorce, and it was a hard time. And I was like I said, like I love to teach events because I want to do them, not because I have to do them. Now I can do that because of network marketing. That covers my. I was just sharing with Courtney right now. My husband and now we have a way to do it. Like what I bring in from the network marketing, my network marketing business covers our lifestyle, and everything that he brings in from his W-2 stuff. We is in our investments, and that feels good. Like I feel like we've got some momentum in how we do our life, and Courtney's taught him like things like that he can do to write off as well. So yeah,
I love it. All right, well, guys, this has been another episode of What's Your Plan B? Why you would be brain dead not to own a home-based business. And Loren, I thank you so much for sharing.
Cards away.
Oh, we got to give cards away. Go ahead.
So, I don't know. Maybe you can pick if anybody responds. I'm going to give a couple sets of the I am cards away, just because I want to and I want to support you. So yes. Just put it in. You get to pick, and you tell me their address. So anyway,
all right. I will go. I will send those to you because I can only see Facebook user over here to the right in the comments, and I'll send you the 3, and we'll post those inside the comment section. So show them just show them one of those cards, Loren. I love those cards.
Why don't you pick a card? Tell me when to pick, Courtney.
I want that purple one right there in the middle.
Say the purple one.
It's my favorite color.
Ooh, you're intuitive. So
I am intuitive. And can you read it so they can hear, so they know what it says?
Today I'm committed to following my gut. I will take 30 minutes today to sit in peace and silence and listen to what my heart has to say. I will not overthink my decision, but trust my instinct. I know that this is best for me and try to do always what is best for those that surround me with my intuition is that of trustworthy and reliable as I am. You are intuitive. So.
I love it.
All right. So give me the names. I appreciate you. Thanks for helping to spread the word out there so that people can keep more money in their pockets and be able to do more good in the world. So thanks so much,
Loren. Bye, guys.